Good morning from Hartsburg. Got in here late last night. After dark, I went over to the other camping place, which is called Volunteer Park, I guess the other park, and there were a few people over there. So I came on back over to where Gary and I stayed at the city park here. I think it's the Legion Park maybe. But anyway, I am getting some coffee ready here on the jet boil. Gonna have some coffee and check this out. These are muffins, blueberry muffins. Brought them from home, but I just smashed them. You can kind of see that one looks like a muffin. Just because they're smashed doesn't mean they're not gonna taste good. Yeah, this is gonna be a great day. Yesterday was long, 74, 75 miles. And yeah, it's a little different than what I expected. It took longer to charge the batteries than I anticipated, but it's okay. We'll learn from every event that happens. Alrighty. Man, I slept in this morning. I just took my time and relaxed and had just a great morning. Had coffee and just enjoyed this great little park here in Hartsburg. But it's going on 11:15. Oh my God. But I only have to do 54 miles today, which is a huge difference than 76, which means that eliminates a 2-hour charging stop. So I've got plenty of time to just ease on down the trail and enjoy the sights. And so I'm gonna quit talking and get on the trail. I like it. I like it a lot. This is great. Absolutely great. In fact, getting into camp a little later is okay. Gives you enough time to set up, get the things done you need to do, and then you just go on to bed. And I am not by any stretch of the imagination a morning person. So sleeping in, enjoying a cup of coffee, this has made this a great start to this day. So I'm just looking forward to it. Good morning. Getting near Hartsburg, and that's a touristy town, so we're seeing a lot more people. Morning. Bicycle built for two. Well, I just took advantage of the outside plug here at the Merriweather Cafe and Bike Shop in Rocheport. This is a pretty nice little place. tad bit expensive, but you know, it's a tourist town. But the beautiful thing is, while I'm sitting there eating, my bike's charging. So, time to get back on the trail. We got about 14 miles to Boonville, and I'm hoping I can find a charge place there. And what I'm really hoping for is that it'll be at the museum there at the depot, because I'd like to check that out. I hope they're still open. I hope they've got a place to plug in. We'll find out when we get there. All right, well, this is called the Rocheport Tunnel, and I believe it's the longest tunnel on the Katy. Alright, I can't help myself. Alrighty, my next stop, hopefully, will be Boonville. I'm gonna go across the Missouri on that new bridge. And it's a little bit of winding through the town, but not too bad. And I'm hoping to stop, like I said, at the depot. Onward. Sometimes I just flat don't understand people. You know, so many of the people on the trail you pass and you say, morning, or afternoon, or how you doing, or, you know, something like that. But there have been probably 25% of the people, when you speak to them, they just go. I mean, they don't even acknowledge you or even look at you. You know, I mean, I can understand being in a zone, but Jesus, that's a bit far out there. Yep. Oh well. Is what it is. Alrighty, here we go. Up and across the new bridge over the Missouri River in Boonville. Kind of curious to see how much battery it takes to get up this thing. There's 1%. And let's see, 3%. Oh my, here comes somebody. This is going to be a really tight squeeze. I'm going to go ahead and stop and get over as far as I can, because I've got a trailer. Looks like they've got handlers, that's how you say that. Alright. Have a good one. Have a good one. Alright, I got over as far as I could and they had enough room, so that's a good thing. Let me turn here. Can you see the old bridge way out there? Probably not. There it is. Well, there's the first injury of the trip for me. And let me show you. When I got over to let them by, I hit the pedal. So I'm gonna have to put a Band-Aid on that one. Well, let's see if I can see a plug. So far, that's a big negative. No plug-ins there. Shit. Let's hope we've got a plug in here. So far, it is not looking good, sports fans. Well, they do have a plug up on the balcony, and they said you're welcome to use it. But I looked at the map, the trail planner, and it's only about 11 and a half miles, and I have plenty of battery for that, so I'm not going to stop and charge any. But I did take a look at this museum, and it is very nice and well worth stopping, and it's free, so that's cool too. All right, back on the trail. All righty, we are back to the bridge over 70. God only knows how many times I've been under this thing. That is just pretty cool. Let's see, 196, 203. Got about 7 miles to Pilot Grove and the stop for the night. Alrighty, here I am at the Pilot Grove City Park. You can see we've got a pavilion here. It's got electricity and lights. We've got a fellow over there at the other pavilion. And I went ahead and called the local police, which they ask you to do, and just gave them a heads up that I was going to be here tonight. So, got here about 5:15. Made a quick stop at the Dollar General store here in town to pick up some water so I could resupply that. And now I'm just going to relax for the evening.